Greetings. I'm Dr. Lacey C. Robbins of Robbins Nest Consulting, a learning and leadership development firm located here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It is our desire and pleasure to be able to partner with you and local organizations around facilitated learning, exploratory coaching, and result-based consulting. And in this particular edition of the Empowerment Climb, we are really excited to be able to start to have those questions and conversations around career development. We're asking, is your career development developing? Well, let's get into it and find out. So, why is career development even important, especially if you are the one who is doing the developing? You see, oftentimes we can take for granted the fact that the leader also needs to be able to facilitate their own development while also supporting the individuals who are on the team. Sometimes what tends to happen is the high flyers, your sunshine, right? Those peeps who are at the top are the ones who tend to receive all of the support. But what happens to that leader who maybe just needs a little extra support along the way? What can you be doing to assist them? So, at least once a year, you may find yourself having those conversations with a direct report. And as a leader, we sometimes forget that this may be the first time that your direct report is even hearing this. So, according to Gallup, an engaged worker drives profits 23%. So, how can we keep them more engaged? Well, simple, through incremental and ongoing developed conversations. These conversations can look a lot of different ways, but it's important that you act. So, ACT is actually an acronym that we use here in the Robbins Nest, and each week we're going to go a little bit deeper. So, the first A actually stands for just that, to have action, to make the decision that you'll have ongoing incremental conversations with your direct reports. Think of these as bite-sized conversations. These might be the things where it feels like flyby feedback, but as you continue to do so and bringing in those bite-sized conversations into or at the end of a meeting, think of all of these things like a snowball, right? So when you get to the end and when it's actually time to give the formal feedback, it's not the first time that this staff person has heard this. You may even want to give a try from something that I learned from one of my clients, which is the standing meeting, which literally says you have this certain amount of time to be able to go through a small agenda so that you can keep the day going. So, as you're developing your workplace culture, remember it's not going to develop for itself. So, you as the leader have to do your place. So, when you're having these bite sized conversations, let's go back to the standing meeting, for example. Give your report a chance to bring their ideas to the meeting, let them set the agenda, and then allow it to become a dialogue rather than you just giving a laundry list of expectations of what needs to get done. But again, remember the first A is to act because we have to start to put things into action in order to be able to see the progress that we're really looking for as leaders. Did you enjoy this particular episode of the Empowerment Climb? If so, please be sure to like and share it with another leader that you know who could use this information on today. And remember, this is the first part in a multi-part series in which we are breaking down what does it mean to act when you start to develop your career development. If this is interest of you, and perhaps you're ready to bring the Robin's Nest to your office, you can contact us by any of the information here or by scanning the QR code. And as I always say, from process to practice, grab your stilettos and let's go. Thanks again for joining, and I'll see you soon.